Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, where we explore some of the most fascinating and profound questions about life, the universe, and everything. Today's topic is, have you ever thought about the existence of a creator of this world? This is a question that has puzzled and intrigued humans for millennia. Different religions and cultures have different answers and stories about how the world came to be and who or what is behind it. Some people believe in a personal God who created the world out of nothing and cares for his creation. Some people believe in a more impersonal force or principle that governs the world and its laws. Some people believe in multiple gods or goddesses who have different roles and powers in the world. And some people do not believe in any supernatural or divine being at all, but rather in the natural and scientific explanations of how the world evolved and operates. But how can we know which of these views is true, if any? How can we find evidence or arguments for or against the existence of a creator of this world? And what are the implications of our beliefs for our lives and our morality? In this video, we will explore some of the most common and influential arguments for and against the existence of a creator of this world, and we will examine their strengths and weaknesses. We will also look at some of the alternative views and perspectives that challenge the traditional dichotomy between theism and atheism. And we will invite you to share your own thoughts and opinions on this topic in the comments section below. Let's start with some of the arguments for the existence of a creator of this world. These are also known as theistic arguments, because they support the idea of theism, which is the belief in a personal God who is the creator and ruler of the world. One of the most famous and popular theistic arguments is the cosmological argument. This argument is based on the observation that everything that exists has a cause or an explanation for its existence. For example, a building exists because someone built it, a painting exists because someone painted it, and a book exists because someone wrote it. The cosmological argument then asks, what is the cause or explanation for the existence of the universe itself? The universe is the totality of everything that exists, so it cannot be caused or explained by anything within itself. Therefore, the cosmological argument concludes, the universe must have a cause or explanation that is outside of itself, that is, a creator of this world. The cosmological argument can be formulated in different ways, but one of the most famous versions is the Kalam cosmological argument, which was developed by medieval Muslim philosophers and theologians. The Kalam cosmological argument goes like this. 1. Everything that begins to exist has a cause. 2. The universe began to exist. 3. Therefore, the universe has a cause. The first premise of this argument is based on the principle of causality, which states that nothing can come into existence out of nothing, without a cause. This principle seems to be supported by our common sense and experience, as we never observe anything popping into existence without a cause. The second premise of this argument is based on the scientific evidence that the universe had a beginning, also known as the Big Bang. The Big Bang theory is the most widely accepted and confirmed scientific model of the origin and evolution of the universe. According to this theory, the universe started from a singularity, a point of infinite density and temperature, about 13.8 billion years ago, and then expanded and cooled down to form the stars, galaxies, planets, and everything else we see today. The Big Bang theory is supported by various observations, such as the cosmic microwave background radiation, the redshift of distant galaxies, and the abundance of light elements. The third premise of this argument is the logical conclusion that follows from the first two premises. If everything that begins to exist has a cause, and the universe began to exist, then the universe must have a cause. This cause cannot be part of the universe, because the universe is the effect, not the cause. Therefore, this cause must be outside of the universe, that is, a creator of this world. The Kalam cosmological argument then goes on to argue that this creator of this world must have certain attributes, such as being eternal, uncaused, powerful, intelligent, and personal. These attributes are derived from the nature of the cause and the effect. For example, the cause must be eternal, because it cannot have a beginning, otherwise it would need another cause, which would lead to an infinite regress of causes, which is impossible. The cause must be uncaused, because it cannot cause itself, otherwise it would exist before it exists, which is contradictory. The cause must be powerful, because it created the universe out of nothing, which requires immense power. The cause must be intelligent, because it created the universe with order and complexity, which requires intelligence. And the cause must be personal, because it chose to create the universe, which requires free will and intention. The Kalam cosmological argument then concludes that this creator of this world is God, the personal and powerful being that is worshipped by many religions. Therefore, the Kalam cosmological argument claims to prove the existence of God from the existence of the universe. But is the Kalam cosmological argument sound and valid? Does it really prove the existence of a creator of this world? Not everyone is convinced by this argument, and there are many objections and criticisms that have been raised against it. Let's look at some of the most common and influential objections and criticisms, and see how the proponents of the Kalam cosmological argument respond to them. One of the objections to the Kalam cosmological argument is that the first premise, that everything that begins to exist has a cause, is not necessarily true. Some critics argue that there are exceptions to this premise, such as quantum events, which are random and unpredictable phenomena that occur at the subatomic level. For example, some quantum particles, such as electrons and photons, can appear and disappear spontaneously, without any apparent cause. This seems to violate the principle of causality, and suggests that some things can begin to exist without a cause. The proponents of the Kalam cosmological argument reply to this objection by saying that quantum events are not really exceptions to the first premise, because they do not occur out of nothing, but rather out of a quantum vacuum, which is a state of fluctuating energy that is governed by physical laws. Therefore, quantum events are not uncaused, but rather indeterministic, meaning that they have multiple possible causes, but no definite cause. Moreover, the proponents of the Kalam cosmological argument argue that quantum events are not relevant to the origin of the universe, because the quantum vacuum itself is part of the universe, and therefore cannot be the cause of the universe. The universe, unlike quantum particles, did not emerge from a pre-existing state, but from a singularity, which is a state of nothingness, where no physical laws or energy exist. Therefore, the first premise of the Kalam cosmological argument still holds, and the universe still needs a cause. Another objection to the Kalam cosmological argument is that the second premise, that the universe began to exist, is not necessarily true. Some critics argue that the scientific evidence for the Big Bang theory is not conclusive, and that there are alternative models of the universe that do not imply a beginning, such as the cyclic model, the multiverse model, or the quantum gravity model. These models suggest that the universe may have existed forever, or that it may be part of a larger reality that has no beginning or end. Therefore, the second premise of the Kalam cosmological argument is not certain, and the universe may not have a beginning. The proponents of the Kalam cosmological argument reply to this objection by saying that the alternative models of the universe are not well supported by the scientific evidence, and that they face many theoretical and empirical problems. For example, the cyclic model, which proposes that the universe undergoes repeated cycles of expansion and contraction, is incompatible with the second law of thermodynamics, which states that the entropy of the universe increases over time, and therefore the universe cannot return to its original state. The multiverse model, which proposes that the universe is one of many possible universes that exist in a larger reality, does not explain the origin of the larger reality, and also raises the problem of fine-tuning, which is the observation that the physical constants and laws of the universe are precisely set to allow for the existence of life. The quantum gravity model, which proposes that the universe emerged from a quantum fluctuation of gravity, is speculative and incomplete, and does not account for the initial conditions and the low entropy of the universe. Therefore, the proponents of the Kalam cosmological argument argue that the Big Bang theory is still the best and most reliable scientific model of the origin of the universe, and that the universe still has a beginning. A third objection to the Kalam cosmological argument is that the third premise, that the universe has a cause, does not necessarily imply that the cause is a creator of this world, or God. Some critics argue that the cause of the universe could be something other than a personal and powerful being, such as a natural or abstract entity, or even nothing at all. For example, Some critics suggest that the cause of the universe could be a physical law, such as gravity, that can generate the universe spontaneously, without any intention or design. Some critics suggest that the cause of the universe could be a mathematical principle, such as a necessary truth, that can explain the existence of the universe logically, without any agency or action. And some critics suggest that the cause of the universe could be nothing at all, because the concept of nothing is ambiguous and relative, and may not be the absolute absence of everything.